call you back again.
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You leave from your working place, you come to the man?
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go to yeah. How you question me? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say
when they call you in the night now.
When the man call me in the night, he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say we are 3.
To the message, you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the message. You want to give you what tea?
Tea. Hot milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink
with bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of bread.
With egg inside.
With egg inside my butter. So when I carry it to when the man say carry to the man, when you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food man give you now, you carry now so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man now, the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
The man tell you say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man now, he say clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In a Jeep.
In a Jeep. Then they are 2.
A big Jeep.
Yeah. Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like can here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you like say when I move from here, I'll free. You like say when I move from here, I'll free. You said one talk again. I wanted to make a whole talk clear to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, not looking. Hi, you looking. Hi, looking. Then you want force another more word there again. Why not be looking to the talk? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office. I go explain.
I think you explain to me that you come to get paid. You say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not fair.
Nobody, you getting very. You say asking you too much question. Hey, the explain things. Say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. That's why I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. That's why I say sorry now. Sorry.
See, Ali, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time
to explain. Okay.
I would not know if it's wrong, but one thing that I was not able to accomplish that I wanted to accomplish was after the war, the Liberian people elected me, and in fact, the Liberian people elected me to unite the country. I was not able to get some of the other factional leaders to return to Liberia. I was not able to get 1 or 2 of the political leaders to return. And I think they helped to provoke the situation. I was able to do a whole lot. Strangely, the LPC, these were all warring factions, and all of the other warring factions, I was able to bring them into government. In fact, most of the combatants that fought for the government during the war were the combatants of the warring factions that fought against me. So I accomplished bringing them together. I accomplished making sure that the issue of tribalism went away in Liberia. But I mean, to a great extent, I think most Liberians now, if you went to Liberia and took a poll, they would say Mr. Taylor did his best.
Any other regrets?
The second regret is that I was never able to get the United States to understand me. I was never able to get them to work with me, which is so essential for Liberia. No president of Liberia, no president can make it successfully unless he is online with Washington. Now, I'm not the type of guy that you can pick up a telephone and command. I don't take that. I didn't take that from Washington. Then, even if I were elected president, I would not take it. I'm not that kind. I'm not a coward. But I do believe that a good working relationship is essential for any president of Liberia, or that president will fail.
I'm filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together in
2094, with respect to which the president declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual. This demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said, the people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with that speech they preach, indeed, and now unique. They deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to? Okay. Just tell you. That's why we vote tell you.
It's always good to be back behind these microphones as we engage our people, as we engage our audience, as we engage our leaders in a constructive manner that seeks to address the pressing issues confronting our people all across the country. And so let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on a Monday in the Republic of Liberia. Just a lot to talk about after a long after a long break.
No war for people crying for hunger.
Ahmed Jenkins was here handling the issues critically. And we are back to continue our service, to continue our contribution to society. My name is Austin Kawa. This show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia with a number of partnerships. Jenkins Morris is here as my co-host. Together we are your drivers. Straight up to 10 o'clock tonight. We're talking all of the hard issues from government to the private sector to people and communities. Everything that just matters for all of us. Very short day. We take a break from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia. When we come back, as usual, the Jenkins will run us through the recognition segment to recognize all of you who are joining us tonight via our Facebook live feed.
We tired with that speech they preach in DNA.
And then we'll move into our talking points. I see a long list here. Junkies will run us through what we have here tonight, what we are going to talk about.
They say the seas don't breathe.
And probably some of you might all.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
Okay. Thank you, Junkins. How are you, my dear brother? How are you?
I'm great, Ostu, and welcome back to the show. It been a while. So how was it, bro? How was it?
Well, it was challenging, but it was worth it. And it's good to be here. It's good to be back. We are hoping that we will be able to stay for good. If we don't stay,
man, the people give me hard time for
you.
Yeah, the people give me too much hard time.
Austin. Yeah. But so let's recognize some of those who are joining us tonight via our Facebook Live and see whether we can recognize some of you. I see a lot of them. William W. Wulu, Mawata Benete, Phoenicius Junior Bank. I see Kobo Widow. I see Favor Morris. I see Josiah Masale, Agatha Glasgow, Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. is following, Emmanuel Bro, Musa Sharif, who else? Otis Barkley. All of you, welcome to the show tonight. Ambassador Suleiman Sion is also following tonight. Prince Sharif. Gita is also following. Gate is joining tonight. Who do I see? Daybreak what? Prince Siafa. Daybreak T. Young. William Masakwe, Augustine Musa, Abigail Cheeseman are all following tonight. Alexa Mova. Welcome to the show, all of you. It's good to have you join us tonight. Junkins, what do we have? What do we have to talk about tonight?
Our talking points tonight, the 4th day of May 2026, VP Kun and Miss officials of government are in a habit of fronting for individuals who are perceived to be investors, business people, and other private individuals, even entities. We will dig deep into that. Former President Weah on yesterday encouraged the young people to be serious and make sacrifices and good opportunities that are being provided them today. I think that's speaking to all of us as young people, encouraging us to take advantage of the opportunity we have and to allow us have better future and a sound future for our unborn generation. And he also reminded President Boakai, Mr. Boakai, of empowering the young people at the opening of the rebranded Kings FM there in the ABC community, Baptist Seminary area. And there is a rumor that I think Austin will give us detail. Is trending concerning the purchase, because I think this situation is being investigated concerning allotment for purchase of a vehicle to the former president of the country, Mr. George M. Weah. So these are trending issues we are going to talk about tonight, and other issues that may not be recorded on our talking points. So that's our line of us too.
Yeah, so I know your weekend was okay. I can tell from your package. From the package I saw. So I know your weekend was okay. You beginning your week on a good note. But again, folks, my weekend was okay. Sure, it was really okay.
Like mine today.
Our uncles are down they came down to celebrate their mother, our grandmother.
Okay.
So she turned 80 years old.
Wow.
On the weekend.
Full schools.
So yes.
That's a great blessing.
And so we had some family time. I think the entire weekend it was. So I'd like to say again, happy belated birthday to Grandma Angie, and welcome to Liberia, all of the uncles and aunts who were down to celebrate with the family. And then the month of May, as a matter of fact, is Mother's Month.
Yeah, sure.
Beginning,
this Sunday is Mother's Day.
Yeah, this Sunday, some churches celebrated Mother's Day.
Sure.
And then this coming Sunday,
other churches,
United Methodist churches that I know of, where the local Mother's Day in some of the churches and across the districts, I think. And so we like to say Happy Mother's Month to all of you. All of our mothers, our good mothers and our bad mothers, our decent mothers and our indecent mothers. We say Happy Mother's Month to all of you. We hope that the indecent ones who can adjust to be decent, and the decent ones can continue being decent and improve on their decency. To have the kids, the growing up well. Not to be like some of the ones we have in the legislature. Then.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
because some of them are self-reared, or they behave as self-reared children. So a lot is happening. I've been following this thing with the legislature junkies, and it's important that we I've not had the time to really make a public opinion about this whole legislature thing and Yeke's removal and stuff, which I'm not too much interested in or attracted to. But it's important we emphasize something. This society, I mean, today I want to lecture. So maybe joking to the firing. You see, the society is terrible. The society is extremely terrible. We're in a terrible society. And the terribility to sound a problem, I mean, is deeply rooted within that place. You see that Capitol Hill? That whole surrounding, they call Capitol Hill. Capitol Hill houses the three branches, the seats, the official seats of the three branches of our government. You have the president seated in the executive mansion. You have the speaker seated in the House, in the legislature. You have the pro tem seated in the legislature. No, let me do it in order. You have the president seated in the executive mansion up Capitol Hill. You have the vice president seated in the legislature, particularly in the Senate, presiding over 30 senators. Then you have the speaker seated in the same legislature presiding over 72 persons or 71 persons because the speaker, the deputy speaker, and so yes. Then you have the chief justice and associate justices of the Supreme Court, a building that houses all of our courts, or most of our, the seat, in fact, the seats of our courts, our superior courts. So you need to know that that place called Capitol Hill is Liberia's problem. The problem of this country up that hill. When we were kids growing up, we used to just say, oh, decisions are made to the Masonic crab play up the building. All these things were just myth. They were just mirage. Inaccurate information. Unreal. But where the problem of this country sits is up Capitol Hill. We have a mixture of irresponsible people there. We have a mixture of indecent people there. We have a mixture of corrupt individuals there. We have a mixture of sick people there. We have a mixture of traumatized people with mental problems. They are all seated up Capitol Hill making decisions for this country, or decisions, if I should qualify them.
Deranged maniacs.
You have them there making decisions for us. And we expect to grow, to make progress as a country. Imagine, I'm in a chat room then, I see people with master degrees, some have double masters, and they are defending the fact that the decision of the speaker to sign the removal of one of their colleagues. Then I'm like, are we okay? Is this country okay? Because if the educated ones cannot choose to shut up when they are wrong, since they don't want to say sorry, then it becomes scary that an educated person is reading the law, knows what's in the law, and is arguing in favor of the wrong decision that was taken against the law. Look, the minute get for the non-signatures, they won't remove it again. Baby. It concern me. Do it the right way. That's all. Why the rush?
Why?
Why the hurry? So you prefer doing it within 10 days than to wait, come back, or return from your break, and impeach again. The guy said, no, it's too official. They're too uncomfortable to wait to do it the right way. So let's do it within 10 days. You don't need 10 days to remove Yeke. You need to follow a process laid down, established in your rules, in the Constitution, our laws. You need to follow the process. You don't need 10 days. If you can exhaust the process legally within 2 days, fine for you. If you can exhaust the process within 5 days, once they're in line with your rules, with our laws, fine for you. But when you select to violate our laws, to violate the very rules that you pass, to guard your activities, and say because we want to remove him within 10 days, that Mr. Barker has called us back. So we prefer violating the rules, disrespecting the laws, lying under oath that you did not receive any writ or prohibition or stay order from the highest court. Lie under oath. And we call it political strategy. We call it political strategy. The society is done. People do not know their life, that they are left from their right. People do not know. Most of them do not know what they want. What they want, they follow. They are all followers. They believe. Once with that male causing down there, I'm not male, that woman. I see now, and I see now, Boga. Black that man, black that sinner man, and yeah. That's one of the self-rare people in there.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, people are living with mental problems.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah. That one has serious mental issue there.
People living with mental illnesses in this country. The one you come on a public platform. You run on a public platform and start insulting people who you do not know from anywhere. Only because you have a political side. We who are considered not to be supporting Joe Barker, nobody in our course yet since the show started. Nobody. Because you don't have to insult to communicate.
No.
You don't need to insult to communicate.
We don't need that.
When you're short of knowledge, you're short of ideas, that's when you resort to insulting. We say it every day. We don't.
Shaki Dash is also doing the same.
We don't want people. We don't want only followers or only people who will come on our life to celebrate us. No. We want people who will come on our life to disagree with some of the things we say. That's no issue. And we have said that repeatedly. You come on our life, you're free to disagree. But when you start using invectives, you start being rude, I mean, there are other people watching their life. There are other people watching their life. Not only us. The mayor, other person insulting somebody, father, So these are the group of mad people in one category who call themselves followers we're talking about. So that place is a serious problem. And everything we're about to talk about here falls just within that same Capitol Hill. Everything. The vice president complaining, the former president, Mr. We are talking, encouraging young people, Mr. Barker to invest in young people, purchasing a vehicle for Joe We are, all these kinds of things, these kinds of childish politicking. The entire country, nobody is discussing policy issue in this country. All the public debates, the public discussions are not about governance. They are not about policies. They are not about reform. They're all about individuals. Who's short, who tall, who ugly, who fine, who rich, who poor, who dirty, who clean. Yes. A society that spent all her entire time public discussions, discussing personalities, then issues, then policy issues. How does such a society gravitate from her current state? Well, the entire conversation is about personality. When there is a system, or there are systems that are before us that we need to talk about, because the systems are affecting the survival of our people, the livelihood of our people. At times we pinpoint people out because some of them are heads of the systems. At times, at times it gets so disappointing. Because these kinds of platforms are intended to provide guardians, to checkmate.
Good manners.
We can checkmate, we can critique the government, we can criticize the president, we can criticize the vice president, but the criticism must be about issues. They must be issue-driven. If the president official is corrupt, if the president official is corrupt, corruption is an issue.
Like if the vice president is admitting,
corruption is an issue.
Yeah.
If the president is corrupt or perceived to be corrupt, it's an issue. These are issues we are supposed to be talking about. Nobody wants to wake up in the morning and say, "Man, a pa corrupt or husband corrupt." So we're talking every day. Their wives or their husbands or their boyfriends or girlfriends will be beaten on them, be shamed.
Put fire behind them to stop the corruption.
These are conversations we should be having. Instead, the people who are supposed to be using the system to fight corruption. They are using the system to corrupt.
And encourage corruption.
Yes. And protect it.
And protect it too.
The vice president said something. He said, people using, he said, people in the habit of fronting. I listened to the show that day. He said people in the habit of fronting. Policy makers in serious countries, Junkins. Policy makers are not advocates.
I know who the men complaining to.
Yes. I mean, policy makers are not advocates. You can be a policy maker. Then you go to the public. Imagine the vice president, the second main command goes to a radio show on national platform and is complaining.
Yeah.
Their foreigners are fronting.
Can you imagine?
I'm like, if the vice president is complaining about foreigner fronting, what would the ordinary person, what will the retailer do? I thought the retailers are supposed to be the ones complaining that foreigners are, people are fronting for foreigners. Because it says to me that the vice president is already abreast with the problem. He knows the problem already. The vice president is supposed to be solving the problem or helping to solve the problem because he is the vice president and the president of the Senate. In that Senate, laws are made in that Senate. In that Senate, laws are amended in that Senate. So instead of the vice president complaining, I would have thought that the vice president would have been announcing on that show that the legislature has taken action by enacting blah 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 law that punishes or criminalizes any foreigner who is caught fronting or any Liberian who is caught fronting for foreigners. Or I would have thought that the vice president would be announcing plans by the executive to propose a bill that will criminalize people, Liberians who front for foreigners. I thought the vice president would have announced that the government of the country, the government is investigating or has identified some individuals and are being investigated for fronting for foreigners. You are a problem solver as vice president. You no longer should be, a complainant.
You're not in advocacy role again.
You can't be a complainant, Mr. Vice President. You can't go to public radio and complaining that Liberians are fronting for foreigners.
Complaining to who?
So what have you done? Since you are already aware that Liberians are fronting for foreigners.
Including lawmakers.
Yes.
You
what have you proposed to the president? You hold cabinet meetings regularly. You meet the president. You are aware of lawmakers that are fronting for foreigners. What have you done as vice president? What have you proposed? What policy to change, to fix, to prevent foreigners, Liberians from fronting? Nothing on paper. No policy action. No policy prescription, nothing. Then you go to the radio and you complain on the radio. Mr. Vice President, you are the vice president of our country. You can't be a complainant here.
No.
You can't be a complainant.
No.
So we need to tell our vice president, say, Mr. Vice President, we hear you. But Chief, you can't be the one complaining. You should be solving the problem.
In your code.
You are in charge. You are the second man in command. Second man in charge. So you have all the power and authority. Imagine you can say that you can even accuse you of influencing the decision of the House to removing. That's how powerful you are. That's how powerful you are. There are people who complain. Speaker Kofa removal again. We told the vice president was deeply influential in getting him out. That's how influential, that's how powerful you are. So a vice president who has the capacity, the authority, the influence, the connection, the capacity to remove, to impeach people, that vice president needs to direct or redirect that energy,
influence.
that influence to ensure that some of these bad policies are repealed or amended, and some of these good policies are introduced in the legislature for enactment into law. When you criminalize first day fronting, and then you put 5 years jail sentence on it, Liberians will stop. You see how rape issue just went down when we when
After,
made rape not bailable offense.
not bailable offense.
Even though people still doing it, accepting it
Yeah,
behind the scene.
yeah.
But at least
But
the
at
way it was
least,
run, it used to be rampant and nobody care. People go rape and tomorrow they bail out and no. So we need to we need to utilize Capitol Hill. That place is underutilized because of the quality of people we have there. We have people there who are so interested in just taking only political actions to remove us. Intimidation, threatening, showing punch, showing blow, causing Marcos. Mr. Vice President, for me, I'm really disappointed in you. That expression, that comment was inappropriate. It was unnecessary. And this does not only go to the Vice President. This goes to all public officials. When you go to the public to talk, you go to announce, you explain government doings, government programs and activities that they are implementing, or their intention to address a particular problem. You don't go to public to start sounding like the ordinary person. Then somebody will say, "But then what do we put you there for now?" Because we put you there to solve the problems. We put you there to fix the system or help fix the system. But those of you who are in charge, who have the power, we pay you security, we pay your driver, we pay you cook, nurse, everybody in the house. You don't have to press your own clothes. You don't have to cook for yourself. You don't have to wash your clothes. You have little or nothing to worry about at home besides worrying about solving public problems. That's how we pay you all the money, give you car, everything. So you can be relaxed in your comfortable apartment or your own house, everything. Relax, get people helping you, aiding to do your work to allow you focus on solving public challenges. But you go, we pay you all the money, give you the decent cars, you come back to the public and start complaining. No public official, especially heads of entities, and the deputies should be coming to the public and complaining. Oh, foreigners, we notice that Liberians are fronting for foreigners. We notice it's a bad. Yes, we know it's a bad thing, Mr. Vice President and all government officials. We know that it is wrong. We agree with you that it is wrong. Liberians should not be fronting for foreigners. How do we address that issue? Is the matter that is before you because you have the power and the authority to solve that problem. So you can't be complaining. It means you don't know the job or you don't understand the terrain. And both people will say ineptitude. Both people will say that ineptitude. Because when you complain, it means you don't know it. I got one boss man. He said, "No, I don't like complaining. Don't complain. Solve, yes, solve the problem. Find solution. Find solution.
And save your breath.
You complain. The time you use to complain, use that time to think, to be innovative, be creative, to solve problems, to find solution, then complaining. So I mean, your man didn't do well. Your man couldn't finish passing complaining stage. I was saying, you can complain again. Nobody is listening to you when you complain. You Vice President and influential one too. Jeremiah Kun is more influential as Vice President compared to Joel Howard Taylor and Joseph Boaga. Since post-war Liberia, the man is the most influential Vice President the country has ever had. Read the legacy, the service. The most influential Vice President since a post-war Liberia is Jerry Kun. Joseph Boaga said to you that he was a car park. And you people tell you that the Vice President position is a ceremonial position. You didn't see Joel too much all around here making decisions into this one, making strategic decisions. No.
Hardcore
decisions. No,
hardcore political decisions.
who is making hardcore decisions in the country. He's the most, so he can't be complaining about Liberians fronting for foreigners or fronting for investors. Then they're starting the policy or the system or the procedure at the National Investment Commission. How do we do that? Call some people around the table, policy actors. You don't have to take it from government, hire consultants and deploy them in the different sector, getting 6 month contracts. They will sit down and review all your policies and advance and make recommendations to you. It's left for you to follow those recommendations. That's why you have young Liberians going to schools all around here. If you're too busy, find some money, put it in the budget, hire consultants, young Liberian talents here. Sit down and think for you. Review the system, review the available policy, the existing policy or existing laws in the different sectors that are supposed to help to drive, to attract one and drive the implementation of these investments that come to the country. So if we notice that Liberians are fronting, let's look at the laws, the procedure at the Governance Commission, at the Investment Commission. Let's look at the laws and the statutes that exist at the legislature, the process they use to pass law, the laws that they pass. Let's see what's on the book. Do we have a law that bans or frowns against fronting? Something that should be on the book, the Liberianization policy. What does it say about fronting? If the Liberianization policy does not say anything about fronting in terms of penalty or not, let's look into the law and see whether it says anything about fronting. If there's something in the law that talks about fronting or frowns against fronting and without a punishment, then we take the Liberianization policy back to the legislature. If it is not a statutory law, we take it to the legislature and make it a statutory law and include in it a penalty for people who front. The educated people, or everybody in the UP government, everybody educated, nobody thinking, nobody trying to solve problems, nobody trying to find a solution. All the conversation is about personal attacks. Everybody attacking everybody. Everybody insulting everybody.
The one for
Yes. What is that? I tell you, I say when I tire, I go and rest. When I rest, I come back. From now to 2029, because tomorrow we get children in, we pay their school fees in expensive schools. We have to go hustle. So we come here in the night, we risking ourselves. You know how many children jogging is one guy taking care of? How many children I get to take care of? We leave our kids home and come on the radio from 8 to 10 in the night. We finish and risk ourselves to go home. You two come and be talking on playing or pampering adults. Most of them can be our parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents. And we are thinking in these directions, the direction that we expect them to be thinking in. And the vice president is complaining publicly that Liberians fronting the vice president. We got solution. We can find solution to these things. Hire young Liberians. If you're too busy or too lazy or people you know the way, hire young Liberians. Young Liberian consultants, they will do the work. So that's how much I can say about the VP. The VP, and you know, we saw some UP people celebrating the VP statement. Huh?
Well,
anything more can do it.
Yeah.
The VP will talk something tango. Everybody starts celebrating.
He who controls the belly controls the mind. So that what's going on.
Someone like, UP people still have issue with this statement.
Sure.
But they will not say in the public.
So you know your young kids who are not exposed to the realities of the day, they will just speak out of ignorance. But to be honest, also like you said, to buttress what you said, I think the vice president statement vindicates our argument that the government's function in terms of bringing service to the people and providing for the people so that they be at least relief of the harsh situation that the entire world is faced with. And we all know that all governments are doing it possible, are making it possible to make sure that at least they ease the burden on their citizens, because it is pervasive that everyone around the world is going through tough time because of the different crises here and there. But governments that are responsible and that are serious, they, like former President Weah did, they create a situation where they have a contingency plan to provide for their people. For instance, what the vice president is saying, under President Weah government, under the previous government, there were a lot of increment from the World Trade Organization, meaning the global community that has to do with trading. How we trade with Araco, how Araco trade with the world, how we trade with the world, and all of that. All of those additional expenses were being absorbed through the policies of the pro-poor agenda for prosperity and development that former President Weah led. And the process was directly headed by former Minister of Finance Samuel D. Tway. It was intended to make sure that even though the price of oil and gas is skyrocketing somewhere in Venezuela or somewhere in Iran or in Iraq or Saudi Arabia or Russia, here back home, the government will work hard to make sure they expand the revenue collection, mobilization, so that they have additional funding to subsidize those additional costs that will be added on goods that are directly for the people's survival, like rice. You see, when the prices of oil and gas go up, the people suffer because almost all of the commodities that are consumed by the common people, they will go through processing that have to do with consumption of oil and gas, because Liberia doesn't have stable electricity. And we all know it right now, as we are on the air, our generator we're using. So we have problem with electricity, and there are a lot of issues. So the vice president cannot be complaining when he has the gavel to make a decision. The vice president is only saying to us that his government is ineffective, his government is inefficient, his government is inproficient, his government lacks monitoring and evaluation standard that should be the mode on which the government is supposed to proceed. Because we are discussing millions of human beings that this government is leading. There are just few people in the government, a few people in the government are enjoying. We're talking about the whole nation. So what are those extra contingency policy that are put in place as a fallback position when there is a harsh global situation economically, that we can be able to mitigate that situation by our own policy here locally, so that our people don't bear the brunt of what will be your overspill from the economic pressure that will be happening globally. These are the things that the vice president and his people supposed to be putting in place. He's presiding over the Senate. Those are some of the things. In fact, he approves the agenda before it is placed on the floor. The vice president is the presiding officer of the Liberian Senate. He presides over its deliberations. So he has influence. Like Austin said, the influence he's peddling by removing illegally former Speaker Jonathan Fonati Kofa is now coming to Yeke Koluba, and they are also threatening Amara Kone. All of this kind of influence that the vice president has supposed to be invested in this issue of curbing people fronting. Because yes, I would want to agree with the vice president, because one time I was in the Front Street community area, and a lawmaker who, because of this platform, I will not call his name yet, but I'm not afraid of him. When it is political time, his name will be called, was directly caught right-handed. I caught the man right-handed, fronting for these Fulani guys that are involved with cargo handling. Do you know how the guys do it? Lawmakers are using their influence as lawmakers, the fact that they have that leverage to have duty free. They incorporate these so-called investors and business people who don't have enough resources to start up, incorporate them and bring their goods using their duty free and allowing government to be ripped off taxes. They evade taxes while they are sitting as lawmakers, making laws for taxes to be imposed or taxes to be reduced. These are the people that we have at the Capitol building. That's why the preamble of today's show, Austin reminded you that the problem that we have here is at the Capitol building. How will a vice president who's supposed to be there solving problem come to you Liberians and be crying? So who Chunkis Morris and Austin Kawa going to the cry?
To Mansisi
That Mansisi deal. So you see the kind of country that we in. When we say this country is a mess, then some of our Unity Party young people who we try to educate here and nurture on a regular basis, because we know some of them, they are coming to terms, and we know it is just because of time, they will understand and realize that Liberia should be first. And they will now continue to go by that crumbs that they're dropping and they're eating. And they will speak the reality out. And I want to believe they will go in the rightful direction. But to be honest with you, Austin, the vice president supposed to use his influence. In fact, the vice president, it was first of it, we hear that the vice president of the country will be used to negotiate a concession that is very critical to the development of the country. Like in the case of the Putu man, that the vice president will have that kind of influence, that the president will even put the vice president over several committees to execute functions that will beef up the Unity Party's regime prestige and the development morale. The vice president is having that authority. He's sitting there. He's not using the authority to make sure that people don't front for foreign investors. Some manager come here with a few dollars. They get the real money to invest. They come here, you provide your building for them. You provide services. You front for them when they're supposed to come through the referral channel, and you are depriving the government of the needed taxes that are supposed to develop the country. Lawmakers are also involved with these things. So it's wrong, and the vice president should not be complaining. He should forget about going after his fellow lawmakers, because I want to remind him that the only thing that God used to subdue mankind is time. So he should not think that he will continue to be vice president, going after everybody that disagree with you. Had never even been the style of Taylor. The last time I even checked, Taylor that was even perceived to be a dictator accepted dissenting views. In fact, there was one point in time his party chairman views were being accepted, even though he had little issue, but later on it was settled because he understands and knows that we cannot roll back the kind of dispensation that the war have unraveled. Where we are now, going after perceived political opponents, and you trying to encourage politicide, where your political supporters will be going after people's lives. Mr. Vice President, you need to redirect all of those efforts to doing the right thing. Then the Liberian people will see that Vice President Jeremiah Kun helped Mr. Boaka in making sure that people don't front for foreign investors and foreign business people and people who are just 419 business people to evade taxes. Then Mr. Vice President Jeremiah Kun, Liberians will understand that there's a need to give you another chance, because you were not going after people who in the opposition. Mr. Vice President, Liberians will understand that your role It's not just to be going after fellow lawmakers because the fact that you're in your legislature there, we consider you as that. To be going after them when they are entitled to representing their people. In fact, if you look at the entire governance structure of our country, you, vice president, should not be in the advocacy role. The only people who are supposed to still be advocates are lawmakers, because there are three cardinal responsibilities, all four, and they are reduced to advocacy. So they will continue to cry and complain because they are not in charge of the executive power that is responsible for disbursement and taking care of all of the finances and the resources of the country. And you are the vice president of this country. You go for almost all cabinet meetings. You have the ears of the president. You have the kind of influence that you are peddling around the place, to the extent that you are involved with different scandals that can't even be named and counted on this platform. At the appropriate time, we divide the responsibility to name the kind of mayhem that you continue to cause against Liberians. So, VP Kong, you can run away from your responsibility. It is your responsibility to act, and act now. Don't complain, and you have nobody to complain to, because we place you people in those positions as our deputies for you people to do the needful, so our lives can be better, so our country can develop and prosper. So that thing you talking, that police report on there, you need to rethink.
This country. I mean, we don't have any other country to go to, but we just have to continue standing firm, yes, to keep engaging. But I feel every day that we're just a big disaster. Every day, and I will say this repeatedly until things can start to change. The other day, I think that was Tuesday last week, China announced zero tariff treatment for countries that have diplomatic relations or relationship with China. And I was like, how can Liberia leverage this opportunity? Most of our people you see now, most of the girls, the women, even the men, they all running to China. They are all running to China, importing their containers here.
And because of China, they are lifting. They are lifting.
China has contributed and is contributing to a lot of middle class people in this country through trade. Now China has announced free tariff for all countries that have diplomatic relations with them. I don't even know whether our government is engaged or is aware or is taking advantage or is thinking about taking advantage of this opportunity for Liberian businesses, Liberian importers. Got whole bidding, one bidding, they call it China bidding.
China bidding.
All international going China. Importing quality materials in this country at affordable prices. This is the time where China has the capacity to produce machines. To come here and establish mini factories. Now they're offering zero tariff. We can leverage this opportunity, even though with caution, but we can leverage this opportunity to help build our own middle class. Small businesses are struggling. The reason why some people could not even go China to import, because their capital is small. They have small capital.
Yeah, money not plenty.
Yeah. Now free tariff, you see people trooping in.
So that when you to pay a tariff, are they on the business?
How can the system come in? Maybe through the Ministry of Commerce.
Yeah.
How can we come in at this point? Leverage this opportunity for Liberian businesses. I'm not even thinking anybody at Ministry of Commerce is having these kinds of conversation we're having here. I'm not even too sure.
No.
Other countries will chase it. The last time I checked, our debt was something I think around $2.8 billion. Our debt. While we were also checking to know our total debt, we also saw that I think Ethiopia is the recent right to clear off our debt to the IMF. African countries are clearing off their debts to IMF. Liberia is
The minute taking the rope from their neck.
This article, the UP people were celebrating, you know, this pronouncement of World Bank. It said IMF announced that its executive board approved a new arrangement for Liberia totaling $266 million. Then the UNRWA said there is an immediate disbursement of $26.49 million. When I saw the news, yeah, a patriotic Liberia will be concerned to see the details, right? Because we want to see the conditionalities associated with these agreements, especially when our loans, our debt is so. If I exclaim me from 2.4 to 2.6, now it's 2.8 billion. That's not a good sign for a country like Liberia that is domestic revenue. We've not been able to mobilize our domestic revenue. And we stay chasing IMF money. And yet spending $1, $2, $3 million to remove 1 year.
Yeah.
Giving lawmakers 15,000
to even spend additional $3 million plus for by-election.
This guy has took $15,000 US each. That's the minimum. All those lawmakers who signed to remove Yeke. Answer they say, oh, I know it for a fact because I know one lawmaker say the money is small inside. They should carry up to $20,000. You taking $20,000 yes to remove your friend? So I told him, I said, man, you can't do this. He said, no, I will not sign. I will not tell him. And true to his word,
he didn't take it.
He didn't take the money.
Yes.
He didn't sign.
Yes.
And I got high respect for that lawmaker friend. True to he actually, you know, you and friends said he doesn't hire anyone with that friends now. No, my man, I get to that mile and not be lawmaker. My man, I get to that mile. I'm not 15. No,
15. What? 15 minutes. I'm going to get fellow lawmaker.
So I look at him for long. I'm like, bro, I thought this thing was really political. Since you guys taking money to remove your colleague. The guy broke down in the chair, you know, he slide back. I'm like, bro, you can't do this. You know how many $15,000 you have taken in that capital building since you've been there? And today you come and take $15,000 to do it. You know, that's the reason why they were rushing to remove Yeke. Because if they had gone on break, they think this
you're going to be there buying time for Yeke.
No, they were not going to get the money from the executive.
That's why I say we're going to be in for Yeke.
So they said, no, they Maya, let's take this money. We only got 3 more days to go.
Yes.
And look, as we sit in there, they will not go to session. That thing, the lawmaker from Bomika, they said Prince Jala, who? Sam Jala. That's true. Everything Sam Jala said is 100% correct. Everything he said, that's why they're angry. You see them investigating him. Because he didn't say anything different from what my colleague told me. He didn't say anything different. People say that go for the signature sheet and see what human being signatures there. Go for the signature sheet and see what are the human beings sign. You see the signatures, you know those are robots. Just a robot sign. They put a hand on something.
AI signatures.
Yes, because the lawmakers were actually not available to sign. The lawmakers were actually not available to sign. They were all in their homes or different places and waiting to hear the mic drop. Then they say, my man, sign for me. So you have one man sitting there with 2 color pens.
Yeah.
Okay? One man setting, and make it 2 or 3 lawmakers.
So you can be there at the same man.
Thank you. Then they get this changing signatures. They switch, changing penmanship. Signing for lawmakers. $15,000 to sign. You accepted $15,000 to remove Yeke. The last time I heard, the first time we heard that a lawmaker took money in our car, those vehicles, that was around 2007.
Yeah, as from Asalometer.
Yeah. We still see
I
lawmakers
think Rufus never refuses.
taking $15,000 to sign to remove somebody in 2026. Those are the people. Just imagine, those are the people we depend on to make decisions for us. The budget.
15,000. 15,000 US.
The budget. To sign the budget. To vote to pass on the budget. They
got it cheap. Low lives.
To sign the budget. To sign, to vote to pass the budget. They made it money to sign the budget. Some of them 100K, some of them 120.
The budget what we pass with TPU.
The money to each lawmaker across the floor that they gave, that they allot for that budget to sign for signature bonus, that $125,000 for each lawmaker to sign that budget. Then Thomas Father telling some of my friends, oh, your money here, but you want the money? If you blow, you want the money? So yeah, Jesus. Telephone key. He said, if you want the money, can't at 30. The money ready, but if you want the money, you can't at 30.
Yeah, so it means that the father is interest.
So $5,000 will stay with father for all a minute money because he has the cash to give a minute advance. So some minute broke. Some of the guys went for the money.
God.
Yes.
Amen. Sorry for
some of the guys went for that money. 35K, they make you 30K.
Can you imagine?
They may give you 20A. I get 20A. You want to come for A. So some of the men took that 28,000, some so took $30,000 because they needed the money. The guys can gamble.
Yeah, most of them they are
because
gamblers.
they're always desperately in need of money.
Most of them they are gamblers.
The father is sitting and telling people, his colleagues, $5,000 for him making money. So imagine if I take $5,000 from there.
Yeah, 5,000 times
from just
70.
There's a 60 lawmakers because of a minute you will not eat that money. There's a 50. 5,000 times 50.
Yeah, times 50. 5,000 times 50. That's small people
walk away with free money.
Yeah,
government money. But the schools are empty. Then he goes and take 25,000 US. He builds. He buy a few chairs and carry to some schools. He goes around, donates 50,000 LD, 100,000 LD, 1 million LD, and everybody will clap. Oh, Deputy Speaker! Oh, that man finished chopping $5,000 each for his colleagues just for one operation, budget signature bonus. So they may spend $10,000 in the public in donating, donating. You know how many thousands will be left with him? And these are the stories, these are the conversations that our friends in government do not like to be told. How much is that?
$250,000, a quarter $1,000,000. Now the man going to get in profit.
In profit.
Just for one operation.
Just for one project.
Make a $250,000
in that capital.
What God?
He goes $250,000 ain't no small money anywhere in the world. That's not a small money anywhere in the world. That can establish a whole business for you. $250K can establish a whole mini farm. Let me get 50 or 60% bring here, go get my machines and bring here. I start processing wood. Open up mini wood processor in your district. You employ 50, 60%. You contribute to the economy. all the laws and things people taking from those countries, you start manufacturing them red. But this is your own furniture, your own furniture and things. But that money, maybe that money about 2 with the money finish. They may go buy property in Syria. You go buy a property in Syria. You keep your money to your whole in your bag. Waiting for another operation again when you won't cash again the mad delay. Because they want to do the cost the artificial delay.
Yeah, that well
for the minute to create
be,
demand for the man.
thank you.
My man, the mad delay, my man. But man, the mad delay you. But if you want your man, I can give you this. Take the money. For them, that is governance. That is good governance. That's good governance. That's why I told people, yes, I'm a withdraw we are passing. Elections were here tomorrow. I will still vote for him. We are just a Baka business. I get 2 hours to disagree with Baka, to criticize his policies, to critique the performance of his government. After the 2 hours, I go sit down to my home. And then I won't praise Joey, I can't praise him. The day government does well, I won't say, I can't say, I go sit down to my home. Me, nobody get mark up, play, argument, personal attack. Me, nobody getting. Because I know these guys look, they have given me. I don't have any reason to go personal or be enemy because of politics.
Most of them know what they're doing.
I don't have that reason. So I see some of my colleagues running around, to see them defending lawmaker, doing this one, ministers, doing that. I just laugh and say, hey, ignorance. They see my sister today, say, Wagba, assistant minister for public affairs. That whole conversation did not concern her. I don't know say want to be a politician. I don't say want to be a good newscaster, a smart girl, a diplomat. That's what I know say want to be. I was shocked. You know, we don't know how to be who we are, stay on our lane in our area. We always try to get outside our area, to venture into different places, even if those are terrains that we're not familiar with or welcome with. We just want to be heard or seen or spoken about. Di mene. You start insulting people and calling people names and all that kind of thing. So I posted on her page. And I would never have spoken about her business also because she's our media code, right? It's a fraternity, we have to respect it. But when you become a public official, we stay get it going. But when you decide to speak to issues that border on facts or that require facts checking, then that one you invited public evaluation of yourself and your content. Then it becomes our responsibilities now as journalists, media workers, to look not into you, but into what you have said. But still some people will get there. Oh, you're talking to the girl. You're talking to the no, she's a public, she's not a girl again, she's public official. She's official, she's an official spokesperson. She's an assistant minister. And there's a reason why there's a reason why I'm placing emphasis on Sewa's post, right? All people posted down there, they're politicians, right? Sewa is a journalist, a good one too. So she is always supposed to be guarded, even if whether it's politics, it's propaganda, it's whatsoever, she is supposed to be guarded by facts. You know why we have not fallen into trouble here all these years?
Because we are guarded by facts.
We will sit down and talk things that we know that we have facts about, that we have investigated. We know what we say is true. Those are things we will say behind these microphones. So nobody comes to us and say, oh, Austin, you said this, you said that, you lie. Only one thing everybody in this country will say about us here is that, oh, they can call it cost. They say they can cost Joseph Boakai. The thing we're talking to now tonight, that's what they consider costing. But you disagree with him, with the system, you chastise, you critically analyze them, or chastise them and say, disrespect you, who you can cause. That's the costing we're doing now to disagree. And even advise them. So Nana should are taking a lot of things into consideration. One, she is a journalist.
Mhm.
Two, she is a diplomat. Three, she is not just an assistant minister, but she is an assistant minister for public affairs. Not just that she's an assistant minister for public affairs, but she is an assistant minister for public affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the face of diplomacy. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is the face of our diplomacy. So Sewa finds herself in a different environment. A journalist, a diplomat, a public affairs person, and then a public affairs person for
From
the
the diplomatic phase of
yes.
Liberia.
Even we who say we're propagandists, we always love to check our information. Because we don't want to speak tomorrow and the public comes by and say, Austin, you lie. Junkins, what you say is untrue. So we fast check, we investigate, we consult, we reach out before we put out. Because when it is out there, you take a bag, hey, you've lost public respect. Your dignity is reduced. In some cases, to the lowest level, depending on who is rating you or grading you, your performance. But what Sewa said about George Weah, if those same words come from anybody here at Freedom FM, they will say you cost Joseph Boakai. This is exactly some of the things she said about George Weah that when other people say on other platforms, they consider them insults. They consider them disrespect. But some of the folks, or most of the folks in UFI feel so comfortable enough insulting George Weah or speaking to him in a condescending way, in a disrespectful manner, anyhow they think, because I don't know that they are from Unity Party. Only Unity Party people are supposed to insult George Weah. And when people use the same words to describe Joe Boakai, they say you're being rude. But I want to buy a politics Benin. Because nobody can tell me what make me vex or push me and say, because the person said it to Joe Weah, I won't say it to Joe Boakai. No. Because I'm an independent person. I make my own decision. I do my own evaluation. I speak when I want to speak. I speak what I think or deem appropriate, necessary to speak. So I don't need to get provoked or angered by UP folks to discuss the UP government. I don't need anybody to provoke me. This is just a public advice to say, well, I don't know how she's thinking tonight about the statement she made. I don't want to be carried by UP folks. Recently, when you had issue with Senator Snow, we were the same people on the same platform, standing in solidarity with you. When everybody said, oh, that you felt humiliated and intimidated at the Senate when you went for your confirmation, we were the same people here that stood with you. Where were these UP people? Did you see any statement for Unity Party people in your defense? They're the ones today acting like you are a queen now. The only reason why they're celebrating you as a queen is because you have launched an attack against somebody that they hate. Not because of you necessarily. Be careful. What do you see happen to this girl, Karishma?
Yeah, Karishma.
They celebrated her all around when she had an issue with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Did you see any UP delegation going down there to intervene on her behalf? Just say, oh man, sorry on her behalf. I probably apologize. Sorry. Nobody from UP Windows plead on that girl's behalf. She lost her job. That kid a child to Sarah Yanti. She be Sarah Yanti daughter. Man child her, the daughter will run the man down. The daughter will have first case down. But when you get a certain point where you taking her punishment is about to humiliate or intimidate her or expose her to vulnerability, then you make decision as a mother and daughter thing. You can't bend on me, apologize. You didn't see any UP person making intervention on her behalf. All the defending UP and Baka around here, causing Joe we are here, all around here, calling him names. She lost her job today. UP minister in that corner. The people there use us.
Use you and dump you.
They use us. You see, UP people angry today. They follow what the young people angry. Today, I just sit and say, I resign from Freedom FM. I live in Georgia. I go into Professor Parker. Tomorrow you see me in my office.
Yeah, definitely.
They will lead the UP people there who needed jobs. And I will get jobs. I start working. The people will still be there. So before you insult anybody for any politician for another politician, just know that those people don't value you. They value your service to their interest at the moment. See, I didn't have to go that far. And even the points she made, I still trying to find it difficult to fathom or process the thoughts, the coherence. But she's talking about inconsistency, and you know, say if the information she's inconsistent, she's not accurate with the information. But we need to be careful. All of us, our generation. When I tell him I make you, I say, my man, nobody in my generation I get issue. I come on the radio, I criticize the UP government, you get vexed with me, you cost me, I will not cost you back, but I will steal my lane.
Yeah, you day a day, a day man day.
At different job where you get vexed, maybe not get power. I steal my lane, steal your lane.
Easy.
The day I tired being political person or doing propaganda thing, I resign from the radio, I go sit down in my corner. Right? in the executive mansion to sign for a vehicle or take money for a vehicle to get under the pretext that they're giving George Weah a vehicle.
A vehicle.
And did not deliver the vehicle
Mm-hmm.
and ate the money. Or it is a concocted lie intended for propaganda against the person of Mr. Weah.
Like they've always done.
So since the executive mansion is taking this car business seriously because they are not aware that they gave George Weah car, it is good that the executive mansion is taking this seriously. So
we'll get
the
outcome.
So they'll have to go back to the executive mansion and say, no, that's propaganda. Then propaganda will relax more. Because I'm not getting a car. So they have to go back. I said, no, Mr. President, don't worry, don't bother. It's a propaganda. So I told my other men from Listen Mass today, I said, but Mr. Minister, UP. So you all gave George Weah car, then nobody get a car picture in that, bro.
Yeah, no.
So nobody get a car picture in that, bro. Not money, because money we can easily deny, right?
Yeah. It can be pocketed,
Yeah.
and many people may not see.
So the Ministry of Information, ELBC, Liberia News Agency, those are the three state broadcasting, state media infrastructures that they have. Nobody get the car picture. So the whole government, 100 plus ministry and agency, everybody, PBCC, so any part of PBCC, which ministry or entity, because if you're giving former president, former vice presidents benefits, it goes through the Ministry of State.
State for Presidential Affairs.
So the Ministry of State is supposed to have the documents. The invoice. Where's the invoice? Where's the invoice? What's the purchase order? What's the delivery note? Who received the vehicle? Which color is the car? Which company sold the car to the government? How much did the car cost?
What are those
who
companies
took the car?
that
Who
bid
took
it?
the the PPCC process?
Yeah, those companies that bid it.
Who procured? Which company procured the car?
Mm-hmm.
Which
That one
company
they
was
bid.
hired?
Mm-hmm.
Who delivered the car to George Weah? Who received the car on behalf of George Weah? This information, they're supposed to be public information because you already saying, oh, you get George Weah car. So we didn't know. Even though for me, I think all of these exchanges are challenged and too personal for older people and for responsible leaders who want to occupy the higher seat. But they are necessary when they come with misinformation. There's someone who will talk about it. If the information was correct, trust me, you will not hear me saying anything about it. If this kind of information was correct, you will not hear me or you will not have heard me saying anything about it. I'm speaking about it because I know that the information is untrue.
Mm-hmm.
It is dangerous. This is a dangerous play. It's childish. It's too immature, extremely immature. It does not meet the standard of a decent society. It can't fit. It cannot even compete. When standards for decent societies are competing, this standard cannot even get qualified to compete for anything near decency. That's how low our politics. President Sedi spoke about it one time. when news broke that she gave, I know, CDC money or due payment, I mean, the CDC headquarters contribute to CDC headquarters. And possessed person said, "Oh, angry, she insulted." Because at times it gets so provoking. How you sit down, public officials. I was joking one a lawmaker. I said, your honorable title. I can't understand it. Are you guys honorable by your deeds, or you're honorable just by being elected? Because as soon as many elected, honorable this, honorable that, honorable that. What makes you honorable? So our lawmakers are honorable by their just by being elected. You already are an honorable person. When you appointed minister, you honorable. People are not considered honorable in this country on the basis of their deeds. It's on the basis of their position. But that position comes with responsibility. When you are irresponsible in that position, when you are violating the rules and our laws, and you are disrespecting our higher courts, you can't be called or considered an honorable. You can't. Public officials, they are operating at the least, the bare minimum standard. And they are so proud, they feel so proud, operating at the bare minimum, the lowest standard. They call it, to justify, they call it politicking, political strategy. They place a political theater. You know what a theater is? Take the political from there. Focus on the word theater. You know what a theater is? It's a space for different things. So that place is that political theater. So people got to do what? To play or to clutch, to battle, to interact, to integrate ideas. That place should be a theater of ideas, a theater of exchanging quality, views and opinions, making a theater where knowledge will argue, with clutch, and decisions, strong decisions will be made in the interest of the country. This is a theater of ideas. This is a theater of knowledge. This is a theater of good governance. This is a theater of sound policy, where sound policies are being introduced. You say, political theater to cause us. Political theater to cause my cause. Political theater to violate all your own laws you pass. Political theater to take the highest number of bribes in the country. Political theater to take money to pass budget. Political theater to receive money to impeach Yeke. Political theater to receive money before to pass all your concession agreement. That the political theater there. Corruption is the hallmark in our house. Kickbacks. Somebody on the budget appear, the first thing, somebody can read the budget, the first thing, my man, I get patient to read that thing. What is that for us? Instead of asking what is in the budget for my constituency, the lawmaker is asking, my man, I get patient to read that thing. What is there for us? What do you get for us? And some of those lawmakers, most of them, have not even opened that budget yet. Even as they have passed it, they have not opened the budget to see what's there for the people. All they know, what's in there for me? My man, it's 5K for you. Okay, well, you get my money with some. Even if the money delays, those lawmakers do not go to work. They do not go to that chamber.
Yeah.
But you in the building, so you want money to pass budget. When that money delays, those lawmakers do not go to their offices. Do not go to session. They sit in their offices until the money, until the alarm reaches their phone or stuff. Then they get up and go to session to pass the budget. They come outside open their arms, wear coats, fan coats, ride big cars, buy expensive spray, and say honorable this, honorable that. Yeah. After taking money to pass budget, that will not even affect your people. They say somebody should call you honorable. Think of my own friend here as lawmakers and big brothers. They ain't value that honorable title. So I probably not get hard time. Because all my lawmaker friends, I never want they call them honorable, and they don't want me to call them honorable.
No need to force
and they will never want me call them honorable. So my own, I get no issue. The other people there can be forcing them to call them honorable. That's their business. Two men offer me jobs to go work in their office. My man, not election came. I said no. That capital Benin. When I go there, I go maybe see friend, visit somebody, or I go chase someone a story, or somebody I got someone that things to run, you know. Yeah, somebody going for confirmation hearing or some basically people going there for someone yeah. We just run there around on the way, yeah, looking for legal money. So I go sit in capital Benin. I will get the money, but you can talk again. So my man do those days, so my man knew on buffer chimo payroll.
Oh, the fly here, Tago.
So that was around 20. That was around 2018. I mean, 2018, 2019. So serious noise in the country. Meaning arguing, journalists arguing. I think it's 60 million or something. Bah, they listen more. The other person, So, my man, but you say you're working today. Station here on Lynn Street and you want the speaker payroll. Man, so you working here and talking all the things and you know the speaker payroll. So they mess up.
You do Benson Street. You're not gonna gotta resign.
Yeah. So me, I get that for that thing. We will do our legal hustle. They did dry there, we eat it.
Yeah.
They soup there, we eat it. That moment we eat it. No moment we eat it.
Life goes on.
Just what goes in my stomach should just be legally acquired. That's all.
Life goes on.
I just won't be my mind. My mind. I got high respect for my peace of mind. So that all me. Yeah. God gave me life. I'm happy. My mind is peaceful. I'm good. I can eat dry rare. I can eat anything. When I legally acquire it, I'm good. But until all of us can start seeing me, all of those people up that place called Capitol Hill, from the courts that are extremely corrupt to the legislature that is dangerously corrupt to the executive mansion that is seamlessly corrupt, we are a nasty society destined for continual failures. More failures are up.
Yeah. Also, to be honest, I think we are out of time, but just just in 1 minute to tap up what you just said. Liberians, you go up, you count down your problem at Capitol Building or Capitol Hill. If you go in the water, you go in the fire, any way you want to do yourself, the problem that will get in the country is at Capitol Hill. If that place is better, the positive trickle-down effect, it will reach to you way there in Jiritabo, in Maryland County, and it will reach to you way there in Jenny, in Grand Cayman County. So if you can stand up in whatever way that is positive, and whatever way that is available to you to make a change in this country, with the level of consolidation of power being exerted by Bwaka and his Vice President Jeremiah Kun, where in broad daylight they are blatantly disrespecting you, calling you names, even comparing you to the way Adolf Hitler was at the time referring to Jews and other minority groupings around the world, and you keep sitting there. You need to stand up. Otherwise, this country will reach a stage where it will be Boaka say the country will go beyond repair because Boaka is consolidating power without check. Boaka is making sure that he equipped the police. Boaka is making sure that he clings on to the National Elections Commission so that his bid for president for the second term, 2029, is assured. Liberians, you need to open up your eyes. All of these excesses must be checked, must be put to stop. And you Liberians are the people with the power. We will not continue to be coming here every day. We just talk and there is no solution. If the people are capital building using a majority under the democratic rules and tenets, you as the people that send them there can have the bigger majority to make sure that they do the needful, and who does not want to abide by what you, the employer, say they must do to your office, and your office, you, the Liberian people, that the Capitol Hill, because you get the executive there, you get the judiciary, and you got the legislature. All you need to do is to make sure that you make these leaders understand you have the power. You put them in power. You didn't put them to power or give them power for them to oppress you. You did not give them power for them to look down on you. You did not give them power for them to use condescending and disdainful words on you and disrespectful statements on you instead of addressing issues that you are faced with, like the issue of the increase in the price of rice, the skyrocketing increase in the price of oil and gas, which is affecting you directly. In fact, the extra 3% tariff that was being added on goods and services, GS, which is the GST taxes that lawmakers added on the goods and services that you consume, you the common people, and they are the direct beneficiaries. These are the things we continue to unveil to you. We will continue to say to you, your silence, it means consent. Your silence means cowardice, meaning you people are afraid. And you can't be afraid, then we be guaranteed to always come here and risk our lives. Scary people, they can let people down, they can betray people. How do we have the surety that you people can stand for us when these wicked people who are in leadership, who are going to every extent to clamp down free speech, freedom of the press, in fact, lawmakers' right constitutionally to exercise their duty as deputies of the people are being curbed, and Boaka is consolidating power? You're sitting there. We go to the lines. Wake up before it's too late. That Boaka, he doesn't want to know. He's proceeding recklessly with his vice president, who is a crying baby, a man who's supposed to be using his influence with the president for them to do something good for Liberian people. He's there crying baby and complaining how people fronting for people when you are supposed to be finding solution. Call us on those numbers on 0886-500-104. And you can call us on 0776-104-104, 0776-104-104. And for our diaspora callers, you can call us on +231 86-500-104, +231 86-500-104. That's for our diaspora callers only, our WhatsApp line. This first call on line 1. Hello.
Morris.
This is Austin Kawa and Junkies Morris, Freedom Hard Talk. Go ahead quickly, Ma Benu. Go ahead quickly, no time.
Regular people in the country, they represented. One calling them represented, they are not representing us. They are there to loot our country. People get power to pick president. They get power to do anything. They got money last year. They donated to the motel, to most speaker. The speaker say the resources were given going down too much. He said, okay, let me give the power to you. He even said, yeah. And tell God, thank you. He think about the people for him. He said, because of my people say I was sitting in a very genetic place. They move at me. They can't gain the corner. They gain extra money to move all representative from power. What am I behaving at it? It will be I can get it so cool now and be fighting on that. What I want. So cool. They're not representing so cool. Abu now waiting for me.
Thank you. That was Man Benun there. This caller on line 2. Hello, your name is joining us from where?
Yeah, I'm answering to you. I'm calling for
Austin Kawa Junkies Morris here. Freedom Hard Talk.
Yeah, let me just say this, these people in our legislature, they are not people who refer to as honorable people. Yeah, because they are not these guys are not honorable guys. They take the country back on a daily basis, and many of the supporters or those that are in their pocket are supporting them.
Then what are you doing? What are you doing?
What we can do right now is to inform our people and give them the message, get them so that they can listen to us, talk to them, and maybe be friends with you. Our discourse is very, very abandoned. But people will start to speak on this thing in terms of party sentiment. And this is the thing that is killing this country. That is why these people on the hill there, they are taking a lot of money and doing the reckless things in this country.
Okay.
But compared to it now, we know our people will make it virtuous. And we are sending back the support, the idea. We will continue to preach a message of grace of this nation. Because this country will never move forward if that horse is still being corrupt.
Thank you. We'll leave it there and go to line 3. This caller.
Good evening, Austin Kawa and Tonkins Morris.
Go ahead.
All right, my name is John.
You sleeping on us. Go ahead. The lines are already buzzing.
Yeah, Tonkins Morris, you guys have said it all. And one thing we know, our car business, the still will be in this car. It will not come down. The people, they are liars. They go everywhere they lie to Nigerian people. And one thing I can tell people, you can lie your way to power. And one thing you can never do in every country, you cannot lie to govern the people. And this is why that's the problem. You need to pass every to other officials will say this. The other officials do not even know. And they will see the F40. They are making a lot when people are saying, no, we have been preserved, waiting for the day. They will see the answer of the people. Thank you ever so much for the.
Thank you. I'll leave it there and go back to line 1. Hello, this caller. Your name is joining us from where?
I'm Javati Kemo calling from Lake.
Go ahead, Kemo.
I thank you so much for the show. I've been listening from the start and up to now. No one for Liberians, not for government or whatsoever. We put the people there to govern us, not to grow up, but to see us. So whenever we put them there, it's not at the chance whatever they want to do. We put this that they do their own. Unity party down. I'm not very understanding what's going on. So I'm very know which one we put there, put the Liberians. We will be satisfied with. We put this corrupting. We put the party corrupting. So we will very know what we do next. So which one the party that we put there will make the Liberians to be satisfied. So I'm on a portion there to next.
Okay. You want to go live? Okay, hello? Hello?
Good evening, Junkie. How are you?
By God's grace, Austin Kawa is here. The return of Austin Kawa.
I know. The man, yeah. I hear the man for you now. I'm happy.
Yeah. The man,
what's going on?
the man took me by surprise.
We good.
Yeah, man. I didn't live in a wilderness, though. Anyway, this is Epoca.
Junkie, so I missed your call, I returned it, and you didn't pick up. So you need to call me back.
Yeah, Mo. I will call you Mo.
Yeah, you guys are educating us, and we can assure you people that we're not going to disappoint you guys, and we are doing everything that we can in our way to make sure that we organize ourselves, and we are successfully doing that. So when you hear concern Liberia for Justice, we are organizing ourselves. One of these days, we invite some of you people in our meeting. We are doing everything that we can. So if the people think say they can play with anything yet, they are starting there for a year now to muscle people to do what they can do and making sure that they forcefully take election, they may be daydreaming. So we are doing everything that we can do, making sure that we stand up to Waka, and this is what we are always said to Malu. He left in civil society. Everything that he do in civil society, like we support him. Because he remained with the Liberian people, like he said in one of your radar that I saw, that he had received so many offers. But he decided to stay with the Liberian people. Okay, and say he is doing it for us, and with the help of you guys, we're going to make sure that we keep pushing this woman, exposing him, because that's what they are afraid. They are not delivering. They are not doing anything. Then when you come to exposing, they jump on you. The legislature, So you say that everything that you do, even Bwaka bring, lay one sheet of paper. You say before you pass on to egg, you must collect money. Then which one are they going to do for your people now that you claim you represent in the house? They are serious problem. It's the truth. They are. You know how many guys just play when they feel there? That we are getting information from behind the scene that because some people didn't collect that money, that was so cost of the murder budget was not even signed. The state gathered one of the people receive that money before they sign. All kinds of information will always come from in there. But we are up to the task. We're going to make sure that I'm going to fight for the presidency, for some of the representatives and senators.
Yes.
They should be finding their way out.
Sure.
Because as long as you cooperate with Bwakai, you consider a Bwakai man, we are going to preach against you. We're going to make sure that Liberian people put you out on the 29th. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Edmo Carr, the visually impaired for the We Are Return 2029. Hello, this caller online too.
Yeah, good evening. How are you, sir?
By God's grace, you sleeping on also?
Yeah, I'm not sleeping. Actually, thank you for your brilliant deliberation. But the problem we have as Liberian on the other side, if you would tell us that Waka then tell us or they are not doing the right thing, it is true. But how will you be there again telling us to bring back the people that again did the same thing Waka doing? Then of course you are back in the whole job that you're doing. We can work and get rid of the two political parties. There are other people here that have not served. Let's try them.
Okay, so listen. What we do here, you are not compelled to support George Weah. You are not compelled to support Joseph Boakai. Who you support in 2029 remains your choice.
Thank you.
And trust me, we will not question your choice. All we do here is tell people our choice.
Yes.
And we tell you why this is our
choice.
But we'll not get vexed with you, force with you because you make your choice for 2029.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. This caller on line 3. Hello.
Yeah, Jackie Morris. How you coming on?
Yeah, Austin Kawai is here. He has returned.
Yeah. Austin Kawai, my brother from Blackton. I can't say, how you coming on? Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is running here. 1 million we are sent.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. No time.
Okay. We see Jackie Morris and Austin Kawai. They continue with their God to send after young people. Like they come in July 17. Those who that have the those who have before the protest, they got to reach out in all the community and propagate the message that we got to have enough and message to be resonated in the people for the people to come on our day. We we will ever stand up. We will stand up against the tyrannical government.
Okay.
So thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That was Kaidi talking about some protest action on July 17th this year. This caller online one. Your name? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want friends calling from Broadway Rainbow Community.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
My brother, thank you for the program. You know, we are prepared for 29 to get the rush group out of power, but we are done with them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll leave you there and squeeze in 2 more calls.
How you doing?
Quickly.
Johnny, how you doing? Let me see how I saw the Austin Kawa.
Austin Kawa.
Austin Kawa, yeah, okay, sorry. Austin Kawa.
Yeah, go ahead. 12 seconds.
You are a good journalist of our town. Let me say thank you very much to your deliberation this evening to people Liberia. Look, the Liberian people will stand up. How people talking say, oh, this one. No, we stand up for our rights, and nothing Joseph Bawumia can do to people in this country. But we die with you. We tell you go sit down. The little money where you steal, go sit down and enjoy it. Better go sit down and enjoy it.
So that July 17th, you'll tell the man to go sit down. You're able, you're brave.
Woman, the Liberian people are ready to tell the man to sit down.
Okay.
See where they gain that right to say, oh, okay, see, Bwaga is coming to good for Liberia, but we are sit down. And still Liberian people are ready to say, Bwaga, go sit down.
Okay, Bwaga go sit down. Bwaga go sit down.
Before you see the reality from it, and you can't even try it. Then Liberian people relax themselves. Personally now, you fire play go sit down. No problem in our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was our last call for tonight, the Monday's edition, May 4th, 2026, of the show Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9. And today marks the official return of the host here on the show, Austin M. Kawa, my colleague. I'm here, Junkies Morris. Austin?
Oh, yes. So we have to go.
I think we have to call it a night.
They're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired. You see the reason why we ask what the government.
Oh, yeah. So thanks to all of you for following the show tonight. We shall be back here tomorrow by God's grace.
Your vision and your mission, your intention to them.
But until we see tomorrow, do have yourselves
Got nothing to show.
Pleasant moments in your respective areas.
The government should lie. Why? But the question that
My name is Austin Junkins. We'll see you. Good night.
the people sue us. The people love us.